What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that.
Dave Chappelle and Kanye West are coming forward and warning us yet again that Hollywood is not what it seems and that there are some very dark things going on behind the scenes, including blood sacrifices. Dave famously escaped to Africa after allegedly being scared for his and his family's life. And as for Kanye, he provided receipts that many famous people in Hollywood go missing or are eliminated, and even said that his own mom, Donda West, was sacrificed for his fame. But what do we really know about blood sacrifices in Hollywood? Are stars really asked to sacrifice someone they love to get to those higher levels of fame and fortune? Let's break it down.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son.
Blood sacrifices in Hollywood still are a very polarizing topic, and while some people are quick to laugh it off as another conspiracy theory, others are saying that the evidence is too obvious to be ignored. Stories about people sacrificing someone they love in exchange for fame and fortune are as old as Hollywood itself, and if you dig a little deeper, you'll find that some of the biggest stars in the world lost a loved one shortly before they made it big. And while most celebrities would never admit something like this, Dave Chappelle and Kanye West have been on a mission to expose the truth. Dave always claimed that those lucrative contracts come with some strings attached, and sometimes those strings can be deadly. Back in 2005, Dave famously turned down a $50 million contract from Comedy Central for the next season of Chappelle's Show and escaped to South Africa without telling anyone, and not even his family. He only informed his wife that he had to leave the US once he was already on the plane, which later led to speculations that Dave had to leave in secret because either his or his family's safety was in danger. After he left, Comedy Central claimed that Dave got sick with the flu, and that's why he had to stop filming Chappelle's Show. Meanwhile, the tabloids also started running fake stories about Dave, accusing him of being a raging addict and claiming that he went to South Africa to check himself into rehab. However, when Dave returned from Africa, he appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show and denied all of these rumors, also revealing that people around him tried to convince him that he was crazy and wanted to put him on antipsychotic medication. Dave explained that he didn't turn down $50 million. Instead, he turned down the conditions that came with that contract. Dave said that he saw what happens to artists before they're allowed to get to that next level of fame. They either have to do something humiliating in public, or as Kanye West recently revealed, they have to sacrifice someone they love. So basically, if you want to make it big in Hollywood, you have to choose between going through a humiliation ritual or you have to sacrifice your loved ones. Speaking of humiliation rituals, Cat Williams recently claimed that this is exactly what happened to Chris Rock when he was allegedly forced to slap Will Smith at the Oscars. In his recent interview with Carrie Champion, Cat claimed that the Oscars slap was staged because the industry higher-ups decided they needed to take Will down and elevate Chris.
Will Smith, Chris Rock. You watch that, what do you think? How do you digest it?
I am in the production business. I understand what is worth doing for ratings. I understand what is worth doing when the industry is canceling one Black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another. And I know what happens when they don't care about either of them.
And this actually makes sense because it's unlikely that Will Smith's career will go back to where it was before the Oscars incident. On the other hand, Chris Rock made a $40 million deal with Netflix after getting slapped on national TV.
So you're saying it was a setup?
You can do all that.
You saying it was?
I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend that seems like a setup is.
According to Kat, when it comes to Hollywood, most things we think are random are actually carefully planned, and whenever a celebrity goes off the rails, there's always someone more powerful behind the scenes pulling the string and profiting from their downfall. And this is exactly why Dave turned down that $50 million contract, and he actually cited examples of Mariah Carey and Martin Lawrence, who were both publicly humiliated after making it big. Now, according to Kanye West, if you don't want to be publicly humiliated like this for a check, then you're asked to sacrifice someone that you love. Either way, fame and fortune come with a high price. Kanye even claimed that his mother Donda was sacrificed, and he also name-dropped several other celebs whose loved ones lost their lives under suspicious circumstances before these celebs achieved success.
My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. Appreciate
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million.
Kanye also said that most rappers don't want to talk about what really goes on in the industry because they're being blackmailed by people who control them.
This truth is gonna be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozy, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, I'm still not backing down from what I said. It's Jewish people that did bad business. I'm Semite, so I can't be anti-Semitic. They stole our history from us. They stole who we are, and it's up. In Jesus' name.
But Kanye didn't stop there. He also went on to name drop several A-list celebs, including Beyonce and Jay-Z, claiming that they're all puppets being controlled by industry higher-ups.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve.
Now, as for Kanye's mom, Donda, there's always been a lot of controversy surrounding her official cause of death. According to the official report, she died on November 10th, 2007, at the age of 58 as a result of complications from multiple cosmetic procedures. And though the autopsy report stated that multiple post-operative factors could have played a role, it also said that there was no evidence of surgical or anesthetic misadventure, and the manner of death could not be determined. Shortly after the autopsy report was issued, the authorities launched an investigation centering on plastic surgeon Dr. Jan Adams, who operated on Donda West. However, Dr. Adams always maintained that he wasn't responsible for Donda's passing, and in his interview with Inside Edition, he famously claimed that Kanye is the one who knows the real truth about what happened to his mom.
Kanye West can end this by telling the truth.
And what do you believe that truth is?
The doctor had nothing to do with his mom's death. Donda West survived the surgery very well. She was at home.
Did anything during that surgery go wrong?
No.
Were there any complications during the surgery?
No.
Was there anything prior to the operation that gave you pause about operating on this woman?
No.
Dr. Adams also pointed out that Kanye's cousin Stephen Scoggins was taking care of Donda after her surgery. And according to Dr. Adams, Stephen left Donda unattended after someone gave her 20 painkillers.
Her nurse wasn't there. Her nurse was gone to a baby shower rather than taking care of his aunt. This lady shouldn't be dead. All you had to do is sit her up. And every nurse on the planet knows that. Her caregivers gave her, 20 Vicodin tabs in less than 20 hours.
Now, as for Stephen, he denied Dr. Adams' allegations and claimed that he wasn't actually in charge of taking care of Donda. But either way, there are obviously a lot of weird details surrounding Donda West's passing. And if Dr. Adams is telling the truth, then Kanye knows what really happened to his mom. What's also interesting is that back in 2018, Kanye revealed that he was planning to put a photo of Dr. Adams on the cover of his 8th studio album, Love Everyone, which fans took as Kanye basically admitting that it wasn't Dr. Adams who killed his mom. But if Dr. Adams wasn't responsible, then what happened to Donda West? Why did the autopsy say that her manner of death couldn't be determined? Well, since Kanye literally said that his mom was sacrificed, then he clearly thinks that her death wasn't an accident. Now, whether you believe that there are blood sacrifices going on in Hollywood or not, you can't deny that the industry is very dark, and as Kanye pointed out, people come up missing or die in Hollywood a little too often. As for fans, there are actually a lot of them who believe that sacrifices are a real thing, and they're praising Dave and Kanye for speaking out on what really happens to those who seek fame and fortune. You sure have to make a lot of sacrifices being in the music industry, including blood sacrifice, one fan said. Giving up a family member, usually mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, or children, so that they can make real money. The enemy don't give you nothing for free. And another person added, that's why a lot of celebs end up on drugs, depression, or end their life badly because they sold their soul to the highest bidder to make it. Sad reality, regret, and guilt get them in the end. But what about you? Do you think that blood sacrifices in Hollywood are a real thing? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check out this next video.